So you've heard about the law of attraction, right? It's when you think your good thoughts and you're in that high vibrational frequency and you start attracting more high vibrational experiences into your life. You become a magnet for what you want. But there's also the law of assumption. And this is about assuming the feeling of that wish that you desire and seeing it through, visualizing it, feeling it and knowing it, living as if it's already yours. And it can really sometimes feel confusing. Like, are these the same thing? Is one better than the other? There's no choice that you have to make here. You can actually combine these two principles. They're beautiful spiritual practices that can be brought together. And when these two practices are brought together, they can absolutely accelerate your manifesting capacity. And if you want to put both into action, click the link in the description for the exact playbook on how to do it. For today, I'm going to get you started. So let's start with the one most of us actually know about, which is the law of attraction. My teachers, Abraham Hicks, teach that this is the most powerful law in the universe and that it's simple and that it's our birthright. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Your energy is what attracts. What you believe is what attracts. And think of it like a radio. It's like a frequency. Your feelings are constantly broadcasting this vibrational frequency out into the universe. If you're broadcasting a frequency of joy and abundance and gratitude and health and wealth, then the universe has no choice but to send that experience back to you. It's going to be a match for your own energy. Whereas there's the opposite, which is if you're putting out the energy of negativity and low vibration, you're going to start to experience more of that in your life. And this is the very foundation of my teaching in my book, Super Attractor and The Universe Has Your Back, which is that your primary job is to feel good. And when you're feeling good, you start to make that a priority and you naturally align with the high vibe, loving energy of the universe. This is the law. It's the law of attraction. Now, this is where some people get really tripped up, though. They think that this means that you have to be happy all the time and that if you're not feeling super high vibe all the time, then you're doing something wrong. So they try to push those feelings away without really processing what's underneath them. And that's actually not in alignment. That's avoidance. And so denying your feelings doesn't actually raise your vibration, actually buries the energy and they fester. And that negative energy, actually, I'm living this in this moment. I've been letting some feelings fester and they came to the surface today, guys, and I'm not manifesting the reality I want in this moment. But having that awareness is really valuable because it allows you to look a little bit closer and start addressing those feelings. And this is a practice that isn't just about pretending to be okay, because as you can see, my pretending to be okay today wasn't the right answer. And it's about being honest and being present with where you are in the moment and meeting yourself with curiosity and meeting yourself with compassion and gently reaching for the next best feeling thought. And that is where the emotional guidance scale comes in. And this is where we can really practice the law of attraction. This is a practice that Abraham Hicks teach, and it's that your emotions are actually a built-in guidance system. At the top of the scale, you have these feelings like joy and love and appreciation. And when you're really aligned with the energy of the universe, that's those feelings, your energy of joy and appreciation. Joy is the ultimate creative energy. And at the bottom are these emotions like despair and powerlessness. And your goal isn't to leap from despair straight into joy. That's just not going to be realistic. It's not going to be good for your internal system. And the real work is actually about climbing one rung at a time. You're just going to let your emotions be like stepping stones. And each of these emotions can lead you closer to that alignment. So if you're in frustration, moving to boredom is actually progress. Isn't that interesting? So you think about it, like right now, I was in a bit of despair and then I got angry. Angry was actually progress from despair. And it means that your vibration is actually raising each time you make those small, subtle shifts up that ladder. And that's what I mean when I say that you can choose the relief over resistance. Because in every moment, you can reach for a better feeling thought. You can move into a little bit of a better vibrational frequency. You can literally raise your vibration and become an energetic match for your desires. If you stop pushing and start prioritizing that slightly better, joyful energy, that's when the universe can finally catch up with your energy and match you where you are. This is actually called matching. What are you a match for? Are you a match for the low vibration? Or are you a match for the high vibration? And as you start to incrementally reach for a little bit better feeling, maybe it's frustration to boredom. If you reach to that next level, you're actually changing your energy. And I remember when I was trying to manifest this big speaking career in my life, and I was really pushing and I was striving and I was getting so frustrated that it wasn't happening in the timeline that I wanted. And when I finally surrendered, I said, universe, I'm just going to focus on having more fun. And I just started to go to dance classes and see friends and just make that fun my priority, just get into a better mindset and a better state of energy. And when you know it, within weeks out of the blue, I got a call for my biggest speaking gig that I'd ever had at that point in my career. And I didn't do anything to get it. I stopped doing. I just started being in an energy of joy. And I started to get my energy into the match of what it is that I wanted to create. So being in that joyful vibrational match, more positive reflections were sent back to me. And the focus of the law of attraction is to become an energetic match. So when we're in that matched state, we start to align with what it is that we desire. And it's a practice of really tending to your vibration and choosing that relief and allowing that stream of well-being to move through you and choosing to lean into the better frequency. Today, I actually had to ask myself, would I rather be right or happy? And I wasn't sure exactly. I don't know where I landed on that one, to be honest with you. But that's a good question to ask yourself. If you're feeling like some situation that you're obsessing over is making you angry because you're just wanting to be right about it, maybe you just choose to be happy instead and just sort of let go of the rope. That's the thing I want you to think about. So when we're in that state of focusing our energy towards a better vibrational stance, that's when we start to match what we want. But what if there was a way to go beyond just matching the frequency of our desires, but instead embodying it to bring even more power to your manifesting capacity? And that's the powerful shift that the law of assumption introduces. And if you want to put both of these tools, the law of attraction and the law of assumption, into action, click the link in the description to get my ultimate manifesting playbook. I do not want you to miss this. Now let's dive into the law of assumption. It's most famously taught by Neville Goddard, and I'm going to take it a step further here. So the law of attraction is about energy, but the law of assumption is about identity. It states that whatever you assume to be true and persist in that assumption will actually become a fact in your life. It will come into form. It's not about attracting something to you as if it's separate from you. It's about recognizing that your world is a projection of your own consciousness. When you live as if you've already had the experience, the universe actually responds to that energy. And the key practice here isn't just to feel good. It's not just feeling joy in general. It's to assume the specific feeling of that wish that you already have fulfilled. When you live from that end result, seeing it through to the end, that's how we do this. Okay, this is the practice. Neville had this really famous technique that was practiced, and it's called the state akin to sleep, or SATs. And it's that drowsy, relaxed state right before you fall asleep when your conscious mind is quiet. And so in that relaxed, calm, centered state, you're going to start to imagine a short scene that would imply that your desire is already fulfilled. You're going to see it in your mind's eye. Not the whole thing, just a snippet, just a little scene. And maybe it's a friend congratulating you, or it's looking at the ring on your finger, or it's seeing the sold sign on your house, holding that tiny little vision in your mind. And then you're going to loop that short scene over and over in your mind. You're just going to drift off to sleep, letting it really sink into your subconscious, just seeing that ring on your finger, seeing that sold sign on your house, and just let it sink into your subconscious. And so when you start to think about this and you start to assume that image and that scene in your mind, you actually start to feel it. And that feeling is the attracting power. This is a method I've taught, which is called the think it to feel it method. I go really into this powerful method in my 21-day manifesting challenge. This is a practice that I swear by. It gets me into the thinking that allows the feeling to come into form, and that feeling starts to manifest in my life. With the law of assumption, you're not asking the universe for something. You're actually deciding who you are. Then you're living from that state of being. You assume the reality of your desire until it has this sort of sensory vividness of your own reality. You start to sense it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So the law of attraction, again, is about raising your vibration, where the law of assumption is about embodying a specific state. One of these might seem like it's about the journey, and the other one might seem like it's about the destination. So how do we put these two together without getting overwhelmed? You don't have to choose. These are not competing laws. They are a perfect spiritual partnership. They are the how and the what. So let me give you an analogy. Think of your energy as a garden. The law of attraction is how you start to tend to the soil in that garden. And this is your daily energy practice, your commitment to choosing joy and to practicing appreciation, to doing things that make you feel good, to leaning into better feeling thoughts. And this is the work that is really keeping that soil really rich and fertile and ready for anything to grow. And if your soil is rocky and dry from stress or negativity, nothing you plant is actually going to take root. So you want to make sure that you're really tending to that soil with your positive choices and your positive actions and your positive words and having more fun. And the law of assumption is the specific seed that you plant in that garden. This is your focused manifesting ritual for your specific desire. This is your scripting, your SATS practice, right? When you're about to fall asleep at night and you're sleepy and you're just seeing that snippet of your life happening in real time. This is when you're in creative meditation. This is when you are stepping into the feeling of what you desire as if it's already there. It's intentionally planting that seed for what you want to have grow. And this beautiful soil that you've been cultivating every single day is so ready to hold that seed and cultivate that seed. So you can see now how we need both. When you try to use assumption from a place of a low vibration, that rocky soil, it's actually going to feel fake. It's going to feel like you're forcing it. It's going to kind of feel like you're playing magic tricks with the universe. And if you practice the law of attraction without that clear vision, that fertile soil has no seeds to grow. So your energy can feel really undirected. So if you really want to attract into your life, you want to be a super attractor, your day might look like this. You can start your day with a 5-minute appreciation practice, just listing off everything that you appreciate. And that's the law of attraction. And throughout the day, you can keep tending to that soil. When you just get stressed out, you can just choose a better feeling thought, maybe say an affirmation. You're using the law of attraction. And then at night before you go to sleep, you can do a 10-minute visualization where you feel your specific desired outcome. You can hold that snippet in your mind and you can feel that energy fulfilled in your body. And that's the law of assumption. One of these will keep you in that stream of high vibe flow, and the other is going to direct that stream toward this specific creation. And that's the seamless and beautiful flow of this process. So it's not about competition. These are two beautiful spiritual practices that should be joined together and used in collaboration. It's kind of like a dance between your energy and your specific intention, just merging these two powerful practices together. And your work is actually to release any struggle, to stop overthinking, to embrace your own ability to nurture that soil and then plant the seed, and nurture the soil and plant the seed, and prioritizing really good feelings to keep your energy super high and being in that place of joy and that place of allowing and giving yourself that space to dream and that space to vision and letting those visions take on this feeling inside of you. And this is the path of the super attractor. This is about letting your joy make you a magnet for miracles and letting your faith turn your visions into form. I got to tell you, it's such a beautiful way to live, guys. It's such a beautiful way to live, to be consistently focused on really feeding that soil and then planting those seeds. And I really want to be a support to you in helping you cultivate that super high vibe energy and then pointing your focus towards it so that you can actually manifest your desires in real time. And so I have a really special invitation for you. It's something that is absolutely incredible. It's my best manifesting playbook, all of my manifesting methods. Click the link in my description, get all the details there. If this video has brought you some clarity and it's given you some tools that you are thinking you're going to use and you're actually excited about, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and give us some hypes. Just let us know that you're happy, that this is supporting you, that you're really feeling fulfilled by this. And I want you to just know that I'm actually reading every single comment personally. So please leave a comment below. I want to know how you feel. I want to know if you're going to practice both of these today, the law of attraction and the law of assumption. I want you to just share your experience with me. And if this video has changed how you approach these tools, I want to know. There's no wrong or right comment. And I want to thank you guys for letting me be your guide today and remembering that you have an incredible power within you and around you that's guiding you and supporting you. And it's your power to align your energy with what you really want in your life. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.